Help, Heather. I know I've gained weight. I can tell my clothes don't fit, but I haven't been on the scale in months, if not years, and I'm deathly afraid to step on the scale. What should I do? Well, here's the deal. Let's just pretend for a second I put you in a car and we had agreed that this is the destination you're traveling to, and I throw a blindfold on you. How likely are you going to be to get to that destination? How likely are you going to be to get out of the driveway? Very unlikely, right? And here's the thing. We cannot even pull out of the driveway if we don't uncover our eyes, if we don't see what's around us. If we keep the blindfold on, we're destined to sit in that driveway forever. So I see self-awareness and self-acceptance as the ticket to freedom, believe it or not. When I was willing to really peel back the layers on my binge eating and look at it for what it was really doing to me and actually start tracking my binges, it was eye-opening from a negative perspective and a positive perspective. There were days that my binges were not nearly as bad as I would have thought they would have been. And there were days that they were actually way less than I would have assumed. But the ignorance and the lack of me willing to look at them really for years kept me prisoner, right? And I don't want you to be a prisoner anymore. I don't want you to be stuck in your driveway anymore. I know it's uncomfortable to see that number, but in your mind, you could be imagining a much worse case scenario than what you currently are facing. Or you could be underplaying it, but either way, the car can't pull out of the driveway unless you remove your blindfold, AKA progress can't happen if you're not willing to start to see what you're actually doing and take responsibility and accept that that's where you currently are. You can only make a plan of action and get yourself unstuck when you know what you're actually facing. Now, you can't do anything in life. Like, for instance, going to college, getting a degree. If you have no idea what courses are required to get that degree, and you're wearing a blindfold and you're not even looking at any of that, how do you know what to sign up for, right? Like, nothing in your life actually can get better, improve, nor move on the correct path without being able to see it, without making self-improvement. So for people who are afraid to step on the scale, you know what the reality is? You're just not wanting to, you assume the worst and you don't want to see it. But what if you say, okay, I'm going to go way over that. Let's just say you think your weight's at 250. Go ahead and say, you know what? I bet you I'll step on the scale and be 300 pounds. Great. So more than likely you'll be somewhere between those two numbers. And once you know, you can make a plan of action to move away from it. And that's the thing you have to remind yourself. Unless you want to sit on that driveway for the rest of your life, in a car, not going anywhere, self-awareness and self-acceptance must happen. That doesn't mean, acceptance doesn't mean saying this is where I must stay. Self-acceptance means this is where I'm currently at, and I really do want to change, and so here are the behaviors I'm going to modify to move myself forward. So I hope that analogy helps. I hope you take your blindfold off. And I hope you realize that any area that you feel stuck in, it's more than likely because you're not willing to look at yourself honestly. And you're not willing to look at your past honestly. And you're not willing to say, what am I doing that's not serving me? And it really requires that in order to get unstuck. You have a great day. Make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and let me know how I can better serve you with some extra videos coming up in the future. All right, take care.